Hey everybody, welcome back. So one of the things I like to do is go into the foundry, into the steel foundry and find out what they're doing to make the steel. And that's what singers obviously do, but they don't let us into that process very often. I love the old videos of the Beatles doing that in the recording studio. Yeah, so at Apple and other places. So I am looking forward to this. This is Grace Vanderwaal, evidently doing an impromptu sort of making a song. I got this from the Grace Vanderwaal Fans page yet again. Thank you very much, folks, over there. Sure appreciate that. This was done evidently on TikTok Live 4 days ago, 28th of January. Have no idea what this is. This is just a screenshot from the video, and I think it's really interesting that one of her followers says, "I've been listening to your old songs so much lately." Wow. I really love seeing that. I looked down and saw that. I'm like, yes, I don't know if these people already knew about her old songs or if Grace in this new era is actually bringing people over to her new songs. I don't care. I'm just so glad that Kaylee, young people are listening to the fabulous Grace Vanderwaal. So this ought to be interesting. I hope it is. I love those earrings. What are those freaking huge triangle, gold triangle earrings? Love those. I just love her different styles that she's doing right now. She's like a chameleon right now. It's really interesting. So, what do you say we start this puppy and see what Grace is going to do in her creation? Evidently, I don't know if it's brand new creation right in the middle of it or what. So we'll find out. Here we go. I just love it when she makes that ukulele sound like a harp. I've done that many times. One of the things I love about these kinds of creation videos, these foundry videos, is obviously this isn't going to be the final sound of it. What she seems to be working through is the tone, the feeling of it. Whispering, whether she's going to whisper it later or actually belt it out later, it's not about that. It's about finding the rhythm, finding that voice, and obviously finding lyrics as well. But I really like seeing that process. It's fascinating.
Tell me about your favorite songs, and I'll lie and say that I know them all. And lie to my face, invite me out, and maybe I'll invite you to my place.
Lie to my face and I'll find you out, and maybe I'll invite you to my place. That's interesting. Here, let's go back and listen to that.
And I'll tell you that I like your band that you play. Tell me about your favorite songs, and I'll lie and say that I know them all. And lie to my face, invite me out, and maybe I'll invite you to my place.
A voice. Her storytelling, goodness gracious. It just always, the names that pop into my head are Chris Christopherson, Simon and Garfunkel, the Beatles, Pink Floyd, Tracy Chapman. It's just like every time she starts bringing us out into these stories, and she tells them so well. They're so succinct, and you're just you're following almost like a kid follows a children's story when you're listening to her create. I'll back it up 10. I did that.
Where was that luck to
Where was that luck 2 years ago when I was falling down that hole? See how she does that? It's like she got away with it. She got lucky. But Grace doesn't just continue the story at that point. She takes you back. She starts being introspective. This is another fascinating quality that Grace has. So I got lucky. Have I always been lucky? No, I haven't always been lucky. Where was that luck 2 years ago when I fell down that hole? So the story digresses, takes us back into the past, and takes us back into an emotional moment. It's just really fascinating how she does that. I'm going to back it up.
Look, 2 years ago when I was falling down that hole, it's like you get everything in the world when you don't need anything at
I don't know if you're watching the comments from the TikTok fans, but they are actually fascinating in themselves. Oh my God, 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 God. How do you do this? I mean, it's really, it'd be good to watch this 2 or 3 times. Just watch how this is affecting her audience, like it's affecting me right now.
Flying, you were next to me. Do you remember that?
I felt like I was flying and you were next to me. She doesn't even leave it at that. She goes, do you remember that? What a storyteller. Boy, she just grips you, doesn't she? Back it up 10, listen to that. Also, this whole whispering that she's doing on this, to me, comes across as her still just trying to find a rhythm. I don't imagine she'll whisper the final product on this if she does it all the way through like this sort of whisper voice that she has, which is amazing, obviously. But I'm thinking this is just her fleshing it out.
This one time I ran, and it felt so free. I felt like I was flying. You were next to me. Do you remember that? And we listened at that song. I think it was by the Wallows. Do you remember that?
Wow.
And you told me that I looked so pretty in that light. Do you remember that?
Wow, just amazing how she does that. That refrain of remember that. She needs to call this song, I think, Remember That. Remember That. That's the name on this song. That's what she needs to call it. Here, I'm going to back it up 10 again and listen to her push that frame. Different things that happen. You remember that? You remember that? You remember that?
By the Wallows, do you remember that? And you told me that I looked so pretty in that light. Do you remember that? And I got really mad and I really don't know why. Do you remember that?
Wow. I just want to say before she kicks in here, how Grace she's one of the sweetest personalities I've ever come across, but Grace can be very severe. And I mean that in a good way. She cuts to the quick. And sweet people, this is a problem I had with my mom and other people in my life who've been too sweet. You can't just be sweet. You can't. You have to assess things, especially people around you. That's the hardest thing to do in life. You have to be severe sometimes. Remember that? You remember that? That's Grace coming out and saying, look, I'm not just sweet. Here it is. Do you remember that? I love it. I love that she has that duality.
Mad and I really don't know why. Do you remember Sitting alone in a virtual life, and I just want to feel that light.
trying to remember that whole phrase. The sun, the last one obviously is, I haven't felt that since I was 5. I don't know how many times I thought that as I was growing older. I haven't felt that way since I was 5 or 7 or 8. 8 was my magical year. But it's that freedom and that joie de vivre, and you're not worried about anything. You just want to experience. But being around people, we have to get out of that shell. And this is a sort of getting out of that shell song in a way, and judging somebody. And do you remember that?
I remember when air outside felt so clean and it cleaned my insides, and now it's just fog and it's gray in there.
I felt so clean and it cleaned my insides. God. Wow. She is a lyricist, the best or one of the best of all time. I felt so clean as a 5-year-old. I felt so clean and it cleaned my insides. I'm going to back it up so we can hear that again. What a line. Wow.
Outside felt so clean and it cleaned my insides, and now it's just fog and it's gray in there.
Fog and gray. But you know what? She's making it less fog and gray by saying, do you remember that? She's getting that severity, that cutting edge. She's making the assessment. Because when we make our assessments in life about somebody or about something, the fog clears. But it's fog for a while. And this is a getting rid of the fog song, seems to me.
I'll come out and fly somewhere.
Yeah.
And eat up here.
Did you see that look on her face? She gave us a little smirky, cute look before she said, I'll eat a pear. Let's listen to that again. I love that aspect of her personality. She is so connecting. Let's watch this again. Watch this.
And fly somewhere.
Right here.
And eat up here. That I picked fresh from a deck I have in a beautiful Greek home. I'll be the woman that I've always wanted to be, and maybe then you will see me for me.
I'll be the woman that I always want to be, and then maybe then you'll see me for the woman that see me for who I want to be. Wow. Wow. When the fog is cleared. I mean, seriously, folks. Seriously, really? God, I wish I had that kind of talent. Wow. Just everything about this, the lyrics on this song are I was not expecting that. Stupendous is what I was going to say. I was not, or stupid. They're just stupid good, as they say nowadays. It's just, everything about this, the ukulele, unusually, and in a good way, stays virtually exactly the same all the way through. It's just like, it's almost like you're riding in this gorgeous train or something, but it's just, and it allows her to make the song be about the lyrics. It makes you, because the music isn't changing and staying just sort of like a harp, lovely harp, it makes you listen to the words, I think, even more. To me, I could actually listen to the words more because I didn't have the sort of confusion or dissonance in my mind about the changing sound of the song. And so her voice and the lyrics came through. And of course, I love her voice on this. And I'm wondering if she does change this, I think it'll be a little bit more nuanced than just a whisper. And she did change it occasionally, but I really enjoyed it. Even if she keeps it like this, sort of a chanteuse type of song, it's close. It's not ready yet, but it's close to being album quality. But that was just amazing. Come on, really? Creating that from scratch? I don't know where she was in the scratch process. Obviously, looks like she had written the lyrics on this. But so I don't know where in that process she was, but it was just, God, I mean, it's just this, these kinds of moments, especially now with Grace, these kinds of moments remind me of the fact that she is not forgetting how much quality she has in her. This whole thing that's happening with her, I think, is her just breaking boundaries, breaking stereotypes. Seems to me that that's what all of this is about. Getting exotic. There's nothing wrong with getting exotic in your personality. In fact, those are my favorite people, is those people who stay grounded, but they're also exotic. There's just no rules. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to break all the rules. Am I still going to be a good person? Of course I am, but I'm breaking the rules. And those are my favorite people, rule breakers. And Grace Vanderwaal is a rule breaker. She's not just a rule breaker. She is a standard bearer. Her music, her writing, her ability, her vocals, everything she does, her atmosphere makes me go back and look at older music and many times go, damn, that older music just isn't that good. And frankly, I had a moment like that this morning when I was thinking about Madonna's earlier work in the 80s and early 90s. Was it good? Yeah, it was good. But now I kind of go back and I'm like, it's really not that good. Not compared to this. It's good, but it's not this good. It's not as good as the EPs and LPs that Grace has put out. Anyway, not trying to, throw dirt on Madonna or any of the other ones. The fact is that Grace is just a new standard. She just is. I mean, look at this. Look at what she just did. That's crazy. Anyway, I so enjoyed this. So enjoyed it. All right. So I can't wait to see what y'all have to say about this as well. Let me know. And thanks again to the Grace Vanderwaal fans for putting this up. I sure appreciate it. Clipping it out of the TikTok and Instagram stuff. So thanks to them. All right. I'll catch y'all soon. Take care. Bye.